All right. Okay. So, yeah, perfect. Thanks, guys. If you want to have blankets or cushions or anything around you, please feel free. But we'll begin the practice tonight kneeling. Okay. Upright kneeling position. If you can, of course, sit cross legs if kneeling doesn't fit for you. And let's start with the toes curled under. So not comfortable, but toes are flicked underneath. Make sure the baby toe is there getting stretched. We won't stay there for too long. Okay. Yeah, Lisa. So toes are curled under in this kneeling position. Close down the eyes for just a moment. And let's bring the hands, palms to press together already. Feel for the natural rhythm of your breath. Notice today if one nostril is a little bit more open or one is more blocked than the other. Starting to gently lengthen the breath in through the tip of the nose, out through the tip of the nose. As the soles of the feet and the toes begin to stretch and open, the energy pathways, the lines of energy, meridians, nadi, begin to open. Keep the palms pressing. As we consciously and subconsciously begin to unite these opposites, the left, the right, the masculine, the feminine, the sun, the moon, the ha, the tha. And for all intensive purposes, the equinox was technically 11:30 p.m. last night, and it runs for 24 hours. So we're sitting right in the center, where the sun and the moon are out for equal length. The light and the dark are out for equal length. We're in a deep state of balance, and we're really going to connect with that tonight. So I'd release those toes because I know how uncomfortable that feels. And sitting onto the hips to heels, interlace the fingers and stretch the palms right to the ceiling. Press them so high that your shoulders kind of hike to your ears, and then just relax them down a little bit. You're gonna press up a little bit more so those shoulders hike again. Pull the arms backwards and then let the shoulders drop. And if you can, go ahead and let the head drop back so the gaze is softly up to pressed palms. Really actually intentionally stretch the fingers here and press them away. Head drops back a little more, arms pull back a little bit more. And then sweep the hands around by the side. Release the hands, the head, and the neck. Good. You're working with your right hand, so I'm not going to mirror you just for this. We're going to work Chandra Namaskar and Chandra Vedam and Surya Vedam. So right thumb, right nostril. Inhale through the left. Close the left nostril and exhale through the right. Close the right and in through the left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Close out. Right, 2, 3, 4. Close in. Left, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. Right, 2, 3, 4, 5. Repeating twice more. Trying to work with a count of 5 on the way in and 5 on the way out. Last time into the left. Last time out to the right. Let us take one more inhale through the left. Hold the breath. Lift root lock, pelvic floor, abdominal lock, navel center, chin drops forward and down to the sternum. So we have Mahabandha, Trilock. Release abdomen, release pelvic floor, lift chin, and then exhale. Same right hand. This time, we close left first. 5 rounds of breath. You don't need me to guide you. In through the right for 5. Close and out to the left for 5. You'll repeat this full process 4 more rounds. Continuing Surya Veda, stimulating the Surya, the sun energy. Sun energy lives inside of all of us. At this time, as we shift towards spring and summer, that light starts to flicker a little bit. And we want to activate it, stimulate it, so that we can start to shine brighter as is nature begins to shine a little bit more light into our life. Once you've completed this round that you're on, you'll take just 1 more full in through the right. Hold the breath, release the hand. Mula Bandha, root. Uddiyana Bandha, abdominal. Chin up, forward, and down, Jalandhar Bandha. Tribandha, Mahabandha, we hold everything inside. Feel the actual upward lift and pull. And then release abdomen, pelvic floor, chin, and exhale. Full deep breath in. Inhale for the count of 5. And exhale for the count of 5. Throughout your entire practice today, inhalations, exhalations, 5. Let's come forward onto hands and knees. We're not going to spend too much time down here today. I want you to take the right arm and just inhale, stretch it up. Good. And then sweep the right arm underneath the left armpit, thread the needle. Just release any tension around the hips, low back, upper back, neck, shoulder. Peel it back up and take that right arm and slide it out on the floor, off of your yoga mat, off to the right side, and then pull the hips back. Don't worry about how far down you go. Your left elbow is bending. You might drop your hips towards heels, but they don't need to touch. We're not going to child's pose. Feel that release to the right armpit, the right chest. Really spread the fingers, press the whole right palm down. As we work this meridian travels from the heart center. Draw yourself back up, right hand under right shoulder, and place the left arm, reach it up. As you exhale, weave it through, just thread that needle, give it a nice release in the back line of the body. Maybe resting left shoulder, side of the head down. Feel the breaths full. Again, working with inhales for about 5 counts and exhales for 5 counts if you can. And then peeling yourself back up, that left hand slides out at an angle away from the mat. And once you split it out, then you'll bend the right elbow and start to pull the hips backwards, drop the chest, release into that left armpit. I'm not even setting my head down. You might like to. Pulling back on that fraction, gripping the floor with fingertips. And then slowly peeling it back to all 4. Curled toes, and lift the knees. Once you get to your downward facing dog, be kind to yourself, be gentle, but do pedal it out today. So just bend one knee and extend the other. Find a bit of softness and ease here. Take notice if one side of the body feels more inhibited or restricted. We never want to judge, but it is to find out, just to observe, to notice. And we might start to understand that there's something blocking either our sun energy, our masculine, our fiery energy, or something maybe blocking or inhibiting our feminine, our lunar. And then put yourself in downward facing dog. Pause in stillness. Feel the ears rest between the arms, the tailbone slope up, and I want you to press into the part of the hand that is closest to your fingers. So the heel of your hand, the part of the hand closest to your wrist, that doesn't actually press very hard. That part of the hand, heel of the hand, is kind of kissing your yoga mat, but then the place up near the fingertips, that's really plugging down. Can you feel that? And can you feel all 8 of those pads? The thumb pad feels a bit different, but all 8 of those pads really pressing evenly. And then let's use that energy from hand, crawl the feet ahead, and I want you to stop as soon as you feel like you have to lift your hands up. So you might be able to crawl your feet all the way ahead to your hands, but I want your feet and hands flat. It's okay if there's a bend in the knee. Plug down into all 10 fingers, all 10 toes, and now you can see your toes, and I want you to try to spread them open. Yeah, we're going to keep this connection of hands and feet, and then just bend the knees as much as you can. Don't worry if you don't go very far. And then extend the legs as much as you can without changing hands and feet. Hands can be a little bit in front of you, that's fine. Yeah, we're just going to take this twice. You're working with a 5-count inhalation, a 5-count exhalation, and I want you to honor your body. Which way does that feel better for you? Does it feel better to inhale as you bend or as you extend? And then from here, we're going to scoop the belly, round the spine to roll up this first side. Real slow. Reset spine, vertebrae. Roll the shoulders. Good. And then you're just going to come to stand with the feet absolutely parallel. For most of us, that actually means we need to turn them in about another 5 degrees or so. Really grounded and steady in the soles of the feet. And then take a moment to roll the shoulders back and down. So the hands are stretching down the sides of the legs, the palms face slightly forward, top of the head lift. I want you to close down your eyes. Keep them closed and just notice how there's a bit of a natural sway. And I want you to just breathe here for a moment. So the posture that we're in, Samasthiti, it literally means balance and equanimity. Yeah, so it's not a pose to just kind of use to get from one to the next. This is a posture in its own right, and it helps us bring ourselves back to our center, back to our balance. Let's take a deep breath. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, with very strongly pressed palms, pull the hands down to the heart. Good. Do that again. Inhale, reach the arms down, round all the way up, strong press in palm. As you exhale, bring those hands in front of the heart. You feel like palms are pressing as much as feet are pressing into the earth. We're going to do it just one more time. Really press strong. Create a bit of resistance there. We're going to hold with hands in front of the heart. Inhale. As you exhale, push the hands out to the sides as wide as they'll go. Good. Inhale, pull the hands. I mean, I'm shaking. I'm contracting my muscles so strong. Exhale, push. Feet are even. Inhale, pull. Exhale, push. One, inhale, hold the palms together. Good, now you'll pull just palms apart so tips of fingers are together. Push the ball of energy down towards the floor. Rise up, you'll bring the right knee up, you're balancing on the left. Exhale, just press this down. Inhale, hands towards heart, left knee lift, flex foot. Exhale, you place it down, don't stomp it. Inhale, right knee up, hold. Exhale, extend right leg straight out, hands in front. Inhale, pull the energy back to center. Exhale, place the foot. Inhale, left knee. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Exhale. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, right leg straight in front. Inhale, bend. You'll take the right leg straight behind you. Lean over. Doesn't matter if you're in some perfect warrior 3. Inhale, center. Connect the 10 fingertips. Exhale down. Last one like this. Left leg up. Extend in front. Bend to center. Extend behind. Good. These are the movement patterns. Now we add the breath. So let us come up for the count of 5. Inhale for 5. Right knee. 4, 3, 2, up, out, 5, 4, 3, 2, in 5, 4, 3, 2. Right foot back. 2, 3, 4, 5. In for 5. Place it down slowly. Take 5 counts to get down. Left one lifting. In for 5. Slow your roll. Exhale, extend for 5. Into the center for 5. Out behind for 5. Equal inhale, equal exhale. Good. You're going to repeat one more time on your own. It's okay if you end up going a little faster or slower. If you can, close down the eyes. Only one on each side. There is no hurry. Whenever you've completed, you'll rise to standing. 10 fingertips will touch all the way overhead. Choice to stay or rise to balls of feet. Take as long as you need to get. Slowly lower the heels, sweep the hands wide to the side, and then step your feet apart about shoulders distance now. Good, you're gonna reach the right arm up, right arm glues to the right ear, and then slide the left hand down the left leg. Pause here. Wrap this left rib cage more forward. Now sweep your left arm across your belly, reach it over to the right side of the room. I want you to feel like arms are being pulled apart, equal and opposite. Weight is even in the feet. Hips might transfer a little bit to the right. Keep stretching, leaning, reaching, breathing, and then slowly up. Inhale. Exhale, take the right hand down the right leg first. So you'll feel ribs are even, might need to wrap low right ribs a little more forward. Then you'll take right hand and slice it across the midsection. Reaching equal and up. Keep the breath flowing. Can you keep a 5-second inhale and exhale here? One more breath. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands down in front of you. Now we'll turn the toes out, the heels in. You might need to take a slightly wider stance. Think goddess with the legs. So I do want my knees on top of my ankles. It's okay if your feet aren't on your yoga mat. We're going to build a little bit more foundation and heat, and then we'll come into our sun salutation. So knees are rolling open. Sink your hips down nice and low. With the hands, real similar from when we were standing. The palms are pressing. This is our inhale. We're going to exhale, push the hands out to the sides really wide, because you have to be intentional here. You're going to pull like you're actually bringing energy inside and needing those palms to touch. As you push, you're pushing equally away from you and then pulling in. Inhale to pull. Last one to exhale and push. Inhale to sit a little bit lower. Good. Inhale, arms circle around and reach all the way up. Exhale, palms pressing strongly through center. Open the palms to press down. Inhale, big circle. Press palms really strongly, intentionally. Sit a little lower. Good, one more. Extend the legs. Spin the toes forward. Maybe they spin a little bit more in and we'll reach the arms wide open. Lift the chest, lift the heart, spin the palms up. And then exhale, swan dive all the way down. We're going to start with a forward fold. So you might like hands on the floor, hands on ankles or feet, I don't mind. We're here for 3 or 4 breaths. But I would like for you to find some stillness here. Feel even weight distributed across both feet, side to side, front to back. That upward lifting of the buttock bones or sit bones, the downward descent of the crown of the head to the earth. Good, last little breath here. Releasing, shaking up any tension you might be holding on to. And then place the hands down, look forward. We want to keep the feet flat, but you're going to start to move around in the hips. So I don't mind if you just stay linear and you go from side to side, but stay low. Or if it kind of looks a little bit more swirly, if your hands come off the floor, if it's fast or slow or dynamic or held, I don't mind. But I want you to ground into the soles of the feet. Feeling the sit bones and the pelvic bowl really open. We're here for about 3 more of those big, huge breaths. The 5 seconds in. 5 seconds. Good. At the end, if you do like to take your toes up, kind of Skandasana-esque like, feel free. We have about 1 more round of the breath. Yeah. When you're ready, inhale, extend the spine and look forward. Hands to hips, hold, roll the elbows towards one another. And then inhale all the way up. Good. If you're not already at the top edge of the mat, go ahead and join me. We'll stand top edge of the mat, finding that Sama CCC. So if you can, we'll bring the feet a little closer, maybe even big toes touch. Grounding down. We can inhale, arms reach all the way up, head melts up. Exhale, guide the palms to press in front of the heart. Inhale, arms reach up and back. Make sure you're lifting back ribs. Float the tailbone down to press the pelvis forward. Exhale forward. On the inhalation, left foot steps back. On the exhalation, left knee and top of foot down. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms right up. Lean back. And exhale, hands come down. Right foot steps back. Downward facing. Inhale, heels up, knees down, and look forward. Exhale, shift forward, chin and chest down, kiss the earth. Inhale, pull through, baby cobra, collarbones open. Exhale, melt lower down, hands wider than the mat, high on the tips of the fingers. We'll add a rotation. Inhale, heel up. Exhale, twist to the right, left shoulder down, gaze over right elbow. Inhale, up center. Exhale, twist left, right shoulder down. Inhale, up to the center. And then exhale, lower down, place hands flat, slide them back next to your floating or low ribs, kill toes. See if you can lift the knees and then float the whole body up through plank. And then downward facing dog. Deep breath into the nose, 5 counts in. Complete breath out through nose or mouth. We're looking forward. Step that left foot all the way through on the inhale. Placing the right knee and top of foot down on the exhale. Sweep the arms up on the inhale. Melt the hands down on the exhale. Right foot steps. Good. Inhale, lifting, halfway lift. As you exhale, fold. Check the feet are parallel. Option to stay here, hanging ragdoll, or option to wrap the right forearm, the right arm behind the right leg. Right hand holds left shin, left hand behind the left leg, left hand holds right shin. Option to just keep the hands hanging down or holding the elbow. We're going to be here for about 3 full breaths. Releasing the whole back line, and I want you to feel into the feet. Is the weight still evenly distributed right to left, side to side, front to back? Am I noticing a little bit more resistance or inhibition in my right or my left side of my body? Am I still able to maintain an inhale that's lasting about 5 seconds and releasing for 5 complete seconds? Let's release the hands down. Good. Inhale, come up with a long spine. Reach the hands all the way forward and up. And if you can, take that back bend. Drop the tailbone, lift the back of the heart. And then exhale, hands press in front. Stay for a deep inhale. A complete exhale. Good. Inhale, the arms reach up and back. So we're lifting those back ribs. Exhale, sweeping them down and forward. Good. So we're going to add on with each round. So the right foot's going to step back. You have the option to keep the knee down on the floor or keep the knee lifted. As you next inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Knee can be up or down, but we'll stay on the exhale breath. Lock the thumbs and spread the fingers. Inhale, lift the backs of the ribs a little more. Exhale, lean back a little bit more. Good. Last big inhale. And then as you exhale, swing the arms around. Left foot step. Downward facing dog. We lift the heels, rest the knees down. Inhale. Exhale, shift forward, chin and chin. Inhale, peel your way through. Roll the collarbones open. Exhale, lower. Take the hands wider than the mat. High on the fingertips. This time we twist on the way up. Inhale, look back over right shoulder on the way up. Exhale, melt down. Inhale over the left. Exhale back. This time we're going to come straight up the middle, press into the tops of the feet, hold. And as you melt down, hands come next to those low ribs, curl the toes, see if you can just hover your way up. Downward facing. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Looking forward, we'll step the right foot all the way through the hands in hand. Exhale, you're getting either left knee down or low body stretch. Then inhale, rise all the way. Settle in on your exhale, rest. If your back leg is lifted, drop it lower. Good. Lock the thumbs, spread the fingers, and now feel the back of the ribs, the back of the heart lift. You pull the thumbs apart so the upper back broadens. Good. Softening the face, the neck, the throat, the shoulders, but lift the heart, lift the ribs, sink the hips. And on your next exhale, breath, swing the arms down, set the left foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift, keep still, hips distance. And exhale, folding, this time option to hang or wrap left arm behind the left leg first. So this left hand holds right shin, and right arm behind the right, so it holds the left. Holding here for about 3 full rounds of breath. Now, our Hatha yoga practice is all about finding stillness and stability within the pose. It's actually not about moving deeper. It's just going to where we arrive, spending the time, quality time and breath in the pose, and then inevitably we'll start to open and soften deeper. We don't have to make that happen. We want to find stillness. We want to find balance. Release the hands. Good. Soften in the knees. Reach all the way forward, up and back. Float the tailbone down. Lift the back of the heart up. Lean back. And then exhale, hands together. Good. This time, let's inhale, reach both arms all the way up. Give yourself a gentle twist to the right. Exhale, right hand goes back, left hand comes in front. Sweep it down, forward and up, inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Good, inhale, it comes all the way up. Maybe there's a little back bend. Exhale, fold it forward, dive it down. On the inhale, we'll step the left foot back first. Let's start with the knee up. Inhale, rise all the way up. High crescent. Exhale, twist to the right. Right hand goes back, left hand goes front. Sit down nice and low. Yeah. Wrap this outer right hip crease backward. Good. Stay here for another breath. Left heel is high. Excellent. Good. Now reach right hand to either hips or back left leg. Left arm reaches up and back. Cup the back of the head with the left hand. We're still off of the back knee if you can. Open the chest. Look back to your back right corner of the mat. Lift your left elbow up. Good. Now we'll unravel the arms. We're going to lean and tip forward. Not touching the floor. Left arm stretch forward, right arm stretch back. We're going to twist from the top of the head to the left heel. It's one long line. If it's too strong, set left knee down now. Staying here for another breath. Good. You'll place left hand down, swim right arm up to the ceiling. You're in a lunge twist. We're going to roll over to the outer blade of the left foot and step the right foot back to a side plank and fold. If you need to tonight, step the left knee down, no problem. If you would like, you could lift the right foot up until it's in line with the hip. By all means, if you wish, you could hook the right big toe. We're here for 2 more of those long breaths. Good, that's it. Keep pressing down in order to lift. For the final breath, reach the right arm overhead and find a rainbow down the right side of your body. Lift the hips higher. Beautiful. Place the right hand down. Find the plank. Bring the feet together and hold. Deep breath in. Complete breath out. So we started to find that surya, that sunlight inside. Inhale. Knees down. Exhale. Chin and chest down. Keep your bottom up. Inhale. Pull through, baby cobra. So an exhale. Curl the toes. Lift the knees. Lower the chest like you would for chaturanga and float the knees. So you're in chaturanga. Yeah, let's lower down. Let's practice that. Point the toes. Baby cobra. As you lower down until the elbows are about 90 degrees. Curl the toes, float the knees and the hips. Then try to push straight up to plank. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Let it go. Looking forward, left foot steps through to the hand. Good. Getting yourself set up here. If you can, right knee stays off the floor. Both arms reaching up. Sinking down nice and low in your high lunge. Exhale, twist to the left. So your left hand stretching back with the right hand stretching forward. You have a really beautiful twist in your spine. The collarbones are opening. Sink a little deeper. Lift the right heel a little higher. Now left hand either places on hips or back right side. Right arm reaches up to the sky, a little further behind, and then place the right hand behind the head. So the head can lean into the hand. Put the weight of the head in the hand, the right elbow lifts. The gaze might start to fall back to the back left corner of the mat. Holy moly. Breathe calm, breathe deep. Stay strong in the legs. Unravel the arms and reach forward so we stay leaning, reaching. Shift a little more weight into that left foot. Roll the left shoulder open, chest open. One line of energy, top of head to right heel. You have 1 more breath. I hate not looking at you. You're going to swim right hand down, left arm up, and just hold it there. Good. Hold it there. Because I want to see you. Rolling down to the outer blade of the right foot. Step your left foot back. Right. That's it. Calm, full, conscious breath. Maybe the right knee needs to lower, maybe the left leg lifts. But even here, even in a posture that is physically demanding, Hatha yoga wants us to find stability. We want We don't move on to the next variation of the pose until we've found stillness. We've gotten rid of the shaking. Lift the hips, reach the left arm all the way overhead, reach. And then slowly, left hand down, whole plank, feet together. Maybe lower the knees if you need to. Otherwise, we're pressing the earth away from us, lengthening top of head to heel. And then shift forward, knees down. We want to keep the bottom sticking up. Inhale, pull through, baby cobra. Exhale, we're going to lower halfway, curl the toes, close the knees, chaturanga. Good. Lower knees, point toes, baby cobra. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Straight up to plank. Downward facing dog. Give yourself a nice deep breath. Good. And go ahead and just crawl those feet ahead to your hands. Crawl the feet ahead to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. This time, no long hold. Just inhale. Sweep the arms all the way forward, up and down. And exhale, hands to the heart. Last round here. We really found some fire last time. Okay? Good. Inhale, we're reaching the arms all the way up. We take that same twist again. Exhale to the right. Inhale, sweep it down, forward and up. Exhale, twisting left. On the inhale, sweep it all the way up. Maybe there's a back bend there. And then exhale, dive. And so on the inhale, we'll step right foot back first. We have the long runner's lunge. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, the twist to the left. Inhale, reverse it. Exhale, we take that lean, but this time we hook. Right elbow outside of left knee. Left hand on top of right hand. Right knee could stay up or down. Twist the torso a little bit more. Yeah, lengthening top of head to right heel. One more breath. Yeah. We're going to place both hands down. Crawl both hands over to the right side of the mat and spin all 10 toes to the long edge of the mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look forward. And then exhale, fold and hold. Find your stillness. If you need to bring the feet a little closer together, that's right, go for it. But then find your stillness. Find your grounding sensation in hands and feet. Yes. Now inhale, look forward. I'm not mirroring you right now. We're going to bend into your back right knee. Option to keep your front foot flat or spin it up to prepare for Standasana. You can stay high or low in your Standasana. Hands could be on the ground or at the heart. But I want you to know that we're going to transition straight from Standasana to Warrior Two. So for me, if I stay down this low, it's a little bit too vulnerable for my hips to go straight from this low of a position. So I'm going to start my hips a little bit higher. And then when you're ready, you're going to transition straight up to Warrior Two. Front left knee bending, front left foot flat. Once you found your Warrior Two, you just drop in and hold. We're going to take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers so you can square your chest, collarbones to the long side of the mat. Sink a little deeper. Good, wrap that underneath left hip, just underneath you a little more. Then you found your position in the low body, you can reach the arms open again. Spin the palms up. Soften in the shoulders and the elbows. That's it. We're not getting fancy. Good, one more breath. You'll reverse your warrior and swing your right hand and slice underneath your belly. Slice the belly button there and the left hand stretches back. Reverse Warrior Two. We're going to spin both hands all the way down. Make sure that you spin your right heel forward, toes forward. And instead of moving backwards, we're just shifting forward. Take an L shape with your body. So that means right leg is straight. It's trying to be parallel to the floor. Left leg could be straight, could have a soft bend. Really try to hug the hips towards one another. So for me, my outer left hip needs to pull in and slightly back. Just hold that L position with the leg. If you want more, remember, you could say, if you want more, then we wrap the left arm behind the left leg. We practice that. And then maybe with that left thumb at the sternum, you can bring the right hand to press the left hand. Namaskar. So you want to find that really strong intentional pressure of the palms. This is our only big balance pose of the day. Slowly release the hands. Place the right foot next to the left. Let's give ourselves a nice half lift. Inhale. And good. Root down all the way up, rise all the way up and back. Find the hands pressing in front of the heart. We have our last side to go. So let's take the arms all the way up, big stretch up, inhale, twist to the right, exhale. Leave the right arm down, forward and up, inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale all the way up. Maybe you found your back bend that feels delicious. And then exhale. Good. On the inhale, I'm getting this right. Left foot steps all the way back. Good long runner's lunge, rising up high crescent lunge. Exhale, twist to the right. Right hand down, inhale, lift the left arm to reverse. So this time as we lean and reach, we know that left leg goes straight. We're going to wrap the left elbow, outer right thigh. Right hand on top of left hand. You have your twist, your revolved lunge twist. We used to call it twisted prayer. Yeah, if the back left foot goes flat, that's paririta, kind of. Sink that right knee a little deeper. It's back on top of the right ankle, not inside, not outside. Twist the spine. One more breath. Both hands come down. Crawl both hands to the long edge of the mat. All 10 toes face the long edge. And then spin the toes in a little bit more. Now, if you need the support of your hands, you could stay here. Or we're going to take the hands behind the back. Listen carefully. You're only locking the thumbs, not the interlaced fingers. Lock the thumbs. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. So I'm going to use my thumbs to pull my shoulders back and down, and then I'll fold deeply. Then my fingers spreading wide like wings of a butterfly, stretching all the way overhead. Keep the thumbs locked. Keep the shoulder heads rolling back. Spread the fingers, spread the toes, breathe in deeply. And gently place the hands down, bending into your left knee. You are moving towards your Skandasana. So if you're comfortable, your front right toes spin up, your back left foot stays flat. Now you might take your hips down really low for the hold, but just be really mindful the strength that we require, the stability around the hip joint to come out of this. You have just another one of those long, full 10-second breaths. So I'm going to use my hands, get my hips into a safe, strong place, and then press my palms. Then rise up to your warrior. I want you to get down low, settle in, notice where things are at, then take the hands behind the back, take the opposite grip with your fingers, and use that to really square collarbones to the long edge of the mat. Stretch the knuckles down, sink the hips a little deeper. Yeah, once you get your alignment, it's so much easier to bend low. Now reach your hands up. Notice how much lower, deeper you are into the pose just by finding correct alignment. Let the palms face the ceiling, everything soft and light. And that strong, solid foundation that we have downstairs, upper body is just floating. You'll reverse your warrior two here, slice the left arm across the midsection, the right arm overhead, reach. You have just one more. As you slowly start to spin the hands down, make sure you lift that left heel, turn the toes to face forward before your hands land. And then you'll shift all the weight into the right leg. So we're not going for a standing split here. We really just want that left leg parallel to the floor. Make a L shape with the legs, flex the left toes down. You might use this for a moment to get your foundation, evenly pressing into right foot, outer right hip pulls in. And then if you want that little extra edge, you'll bend the right knee just enough that you can wrap the right arm behind it. Now this could be enough for you. If you want to work to get the right thumb towards the sternum, it might not touch, that's okay. And then just one by one, you can remove the left fingertips from the floor and see if you can find prayer, namaskar, anjali mudra at the heart. You want to press quite intentionally with the palms of the hand. Flex back strongly through the left ankle. Stay here for just another breath. Release the hands. Place the left foot directly next to the right foot. Good. Squeeze the feet together, inner ankles, inner knees, inner thighs, and start to bend the knees. Now, some of us will be able to get our hips all the way down and not be wondering what everyone else is doing, yeah? But it's not an easy feat. So if you're kind of getting here and you're like, wait a minute, I can't go lower or my heels are lifting, grab a hold of your mat with your hand and see if that gives you a bit more leverage, or place your fingertips in front of you, yeah? And then see if you can lower the hips a bit. We won't stay. We are going to be taking it down to a seat, so if you're comfortable, you can release the hands and just open the knees to rest the hips down. And then we're going to scoop the legs up, the energy up, and come straight into Navasana. And our knees might be bent or our legs might be straight, but we want to find this lifting up from pelvic floor through navel, through sternum. And we're going to go straight into our upward Paschimottanasana. So if you can, I want you to bend the knees just enough to reach your big toes. I know we're all working at different levels, but just have a play. You might be holding your ankle. And we're going to try to take the legs straight and kick them up and point the toes. And some of us are rocking and rolling, and that is so cool. Yeah, just play with where you're at right now. All of this energy is coming from that solar plexus, yeah, that Surya center. And it's lifting upward and expanding, extending out. And it'll open the legs a little bit apart. And again, these could be bent here. I know I'm challenging you today. I like to rock a little bit more forward on the sits bones rather than backwards on that tailbone here. Upavista Konasana. The chin is slightly lifted, the gaze is down the bridge of the nose. And do you notice, even if it's a challenge, you notice how you're starting to find a little bit more stillness. Good. Now, mindfully, we'll land the legs. So I don't want you to have a crash landing. You can release the feet, but they're open, a little wider your mat, but they're not a huge, wide leg split. And then we're going to stretch forward with the upper body, but stretch the arms backwards, palms facing down, slightly out. So really roll the shoulders back and down, keep the chest up, and then you're going to keep folding. Try not to use your hands. Does not matter how far down you go, but your chest is pulling forward. Good. And then when you're ready to use your hands and rest down, just make sure it's not at the expense of your spine moving backwards. I don't mind if you hold your feet or your toes, or you take some rest with the hands, but just don't let the spine roll back. Everything is extending away from that solar plexus and heart center. And giving yourself just one more beautiful breath breathe. And then slowly peeling yourself up. Wow, really nice today, guys. You can slide the legs together. Just shift your hips a tiny bit forward, just so you have plenty of space behind you. And then we'll roll down. And we'll bring the feet together. So feet, knees, inner thighs are tweezing together. And then use your hands just behind your ears and slide the back of the head along the mat. So your chin dips down just a little bit. You'll feel a bit of a traction stretch at the back of the neck and the skull. Keep your elbows wide so you can keep elbows on the floor. And then with knees still together, you'll let both knees fall to the right. So what tends to happen is that our knees will either come apart or the left knee will slide backwards of the right. So I want you to try to keep them glued together exactly as they are. And then if you go, oh, I can't get my knees down, lift your left elbow and shoulder until the right knee's down, the whole outer right thigh. Knees are glued, and then start to twist and open to the left. So the knees stay glued together, the left elbow and shoulder roll away from the body. Now that we kind of got our really rigid alignment, if you prefer to release the hands and feel a little bit softer here, feel free. Ready? You have one more of those long, full inhales. 5 seconds in. 5 comes out. Feel yourself back towards center. Feet are in the center. Now I'm going to reset. Yeah, I always feel like things go all over the place when I do these twists. So hands down, imprint spine, peel up like you're doing a hip roll or a bridge and see if you can keep your legs squeezing together. That's really tough. Normally I would teach it with a block between the inner thighs. And then slowly roll down, reset, and now again you have feet, inner ankles, knees and thighs glued. Hands behind ears, traction the neck, so pull the skull, the occipital up, and then let the knees fall to the left. Only go as far as you can, keeping the knees together, the thighs glued, the shoulders down at the start. And then give yourself a moment to let the whole outer left thigh drop, and if that means right elbow and right shoulder lift, that's okay. Readjust on knees, feet, everything glued, and then start to twist to the right and let the elbow and the shoulder come down. I might not touch. That's okay. In these twists, it's really easy for us to identify differences. Yeah, we all have differences from right to left, but just take notice which side is feeling particularly resistant to this twist. You can keep your hands here, you can release them out as you soften a bit more. So if it's the right side of the body, typically, that's noticing pain, resistance, tightness, tension. The right side of the body is associated with that masculine energy. Literally with men in our lives or in our past. Sun energy, heat, fire, passion. And then if it's the left side of the body, it's our feminine energy. Literally women in our lives or in the past. And the moon, the ability to stay calm, cool, easeful. Let's come back to the center. Isn't that interesting? So let's do a actual shoulder bridge this time. So take your feet just a little bit apart, heels close to the bottom, place hands and arms down, and then just roll the pelvis up, lift the hips. And at the top, just hold there before we make our adjustments. Feels like feet are even and pressing down. Knees are stretching away from the body. You have tailbones dragging through the legs. Then start to walk the shoulder blades forward and closer together until you can feel the heels with your fingertips or even hold the ankle. This should not cause any resistance in the low back. If that's happening, you need to lengthen your tailbone through your thighs. That might mean your front ribs drop. That's okay. Yeah, and then we walk the shoulder blades closer and lift the sternum, the breastbone to the chin. And we're in the most beautiful, extraordinary front body opener, heart opener, and back bend. We're going to stay here. Does it feel even, the weight in both feet, in the backs of both shoulders, the back of the head? We have just another. Separate the shoulders a little bit first, and then roll your spine down. And I'm going to extend both legs up to the ceiling. Let's keep them apart, about hips distance. And you're going to make equal but opposite circles. So both ankles are going to circle out to their respective sides. And then just gently circle them inward. Now, it's not going to be a plow pose as such, but we're going to use the help of our hands, and we are going to let our bottom, our pelvis, come off the floor. So slide the hands up the back of the legs and feel the pelvis and the lower back lift. So this is enough, yeah? If that's too much strain for your low back, just keep legs to ceiling. If you'd like a little more, you're going to curl the head and the shoulders up. Use the arms against the calves as some leverage to help you lift more. But your pelvis and low back are lifting away from the floor. This is quite sensitive, especially if you've had any disc issues in the lumbar spine, but really nice for releasing that back line. And then just gently melt it down. Soles of the feet come together, knees open. If you'd like to grab a jumper or a blanket, we have just a little bit of breath work to do. And then we'll arrive. Make any adjustments that you need. And if Supta Baddha Konasana just doesn't feel good tonight, just take the feet flat, maybe as wide as the mat, and the knees can knock together. Now, tonight, I'm going to ask that you be intuitive. If you've been feeling a little bit too heated lately, too activated, then I wouldn't suggest placing your hands on the top of the abdomen. But if you feel comfortable with the energies being relatively in balance, then you're going to place both hands just for now on that solar plexus at the top of the abdomen. Imagine doing that little traction stretch so the back of the skull slides on the mat. And just give yourself a deep, full breath here, whether the exhale comes out of nose or mouth. And we're actually going to do the breath of fire, the Kapalabhati breath here, lying on the back. That's the short, sharp exhalation through the nose. So let's only inhale about halfway full. And then as you exhale, pump the belly. Continue. The breath is coming out the nose. As you're exhaling, the navel is napping into the spine. And we're only going to do 10 more. Exhale, empty, and see if you can hold the breath outside. And then inhale deeply as you can. Hold the breath inside. Feel that solar plexus lifted and expanded. If you can, take another sip of breath, send more air into solar plexus. And then exhale long. And if you'd like, you can change your leg position here. We're going to place both hands on the heart center. It's okay if you need to rest your elbows down. Both hands are on the heart. I'm going to say something that we rarely do in our yoga practice, so stay with me. We are going to breathe through the mouth, soften the lips there, open the jaw just a little bit, and the breath is going to come in strongly through the mouth, like you're doing ujjayi breath through the mouth, into the heart, and out from the heart, out through the mouth. You'll feel your chest rise and fall. If you're comfortable, you can take this breath a little bit faster. It's very strong though, deep, expansive, and completely empty, but relatively quick, not so fast like a breath of breath. We're gonna try about 5 more. Breath into the heart. You might be feeling a little tingly, maybe a little bit lightheaded. It's okay. Your next exhale, all the breath out through the mouth and hold the breath outside. If you need to, you can breathe in, otherwise hold it outside. Then take the deepest breath you have all day, take it through the mouth. Fill the heart, fill the chest, fill the sides of the ribs, the back of the ribs, hold the breath inside. Place the tongue softly against the roof of the mouth to the palate. Hold the breath. If you can, another sip of breath. And then exhale everything. Release the hands down by your sides. Return to just a really nice, natural nostril breath. The eyes are closed. Just experience anything that you might be noticing. There's no wrong here. Just allow yourself to settle. Could be heart rate a little elevated, or tingles, or temperature, but just allow yourself to. As we sit here this evening together in that beautiful sweet seat of balance between the light and the dark, between the sun and the moon. Let us rest in this place of sweet balance, where all things within us and around us are in perfect harmony. And it's in this place of balance, and alignment, and harmony that we can start to tune into, as we did a bit last week. We can start to tune into that which we want to start to bring forth, because spring brings new life. We know that. New animals being born, new flowers blooming. There's more light in our day. The days grow longer. The heat builds. This is our time that we start to bring forth. And so, as we've sat idly away these last 6 months, since the previous equinox, since the last time we were in such balance, a lot of stuff has happened. A lot of shifting has occurred. We want to tune into what it is that our energy wants to bring forth. What's that light feel like for you? And then with this light in mind and in heart, we let the focal point of our yoga now reside in knowing our inner life, how to know the essence of yourself. And then when you live against the background of the infinite, when the horizon that you look across and see your reflection upon is infinite, it's never ending. Well, then you'll stand as a being of consciousness on that horizon where there is no one else. It's just you against that infinite horizon. And yet you'll see in that reflection all being. And the only support you need is your breath. And in this moment of pure balance, all things are possible. Infinite. And so whatever fire inside of you, you start to stoke, that's what you're going to bring forth. So let it be a fire of joy, of passion, of peace, of purpose, of serving, of abundance, of appreciation. Let it be a fire of good, of gratitude, of kindness, whatever it is. Let's stoke that fire within. Take a moment. Gently roll yourself over to the right side of the body. Let yourself pause there for a moment in presence. And I actually want you to visualize yourself before you sit up. I want you to visualize yourself as you sitting up, pressing up as like you're sitting inside of a big, huge ball of light. Maybe it's a fire, maybe it's a color, but use your hands, press yourself up, but really see inside of your mind's eye yourself sitting up and inside of a light. And as a big light is wrapping around you, it's also burning from within you. Now there's this light inside, and your aura around you is shining that light. That's what you'll bring. Let's bring the palms to press in front of the heart, harnessing that light, that energy, that wholeness. And inhale, extend the arms. Bring a bit of that light down, place it inside. No. I so love